Hello, I'm Sifu Kuttel, and in this video, we're going to be working with the Tai Chi Fan. So grab your fan and let's get to work. The technique we're going to be focusing on today is called fan through the back. Now, it has nothing to do with the fact that we're actually using a Tai Chi fan. This is something we see in the empty hand form, but we can do it as well with a Tai Chi fan. And that's one of the nice things about Tai Chi as a martial art, is that once we put a weapon in our hands, we can follow the same principles and almost exactly the same techniques as our empty hand forms, and it can be applicable that way. Now, we are going to do this in 3 variations, one with the open fan, one with the closed fan, and then one with the fan striking. So we'll take a look at a couple of different ways that you may find this in your forms. You may see it, you may not, but the idea should still be there and the principles should still reinforce back towards our empty hand form. So let's get to it. So the first way that we're going to look at this is with the open fan. And this is pretty much, although a fan technique, it's really not using the fan to accomplish the technique, and it more or less mirrors the empty hand form. So we'll start with an open fan, and make sure you touch the fan to the forearm on this one. And basically what we're going to do is touch our wrist down in front of our body. We're going to start here, raise up, and then we'll shift and move forward. When you do this, the nice thing about having the fan is it gives you a nice meter of how your body is moving. So you don't want to think of moving everything together forward, but rather once this comes up, you move up to the fan itself. Okay, so think of just that, having that fan in the same spot. The idea here, you can think of if somebody's trying to grab your arm, grab your fan, you're going to raise it up, and then you're going to keep that tension as you move forward. If they're trying to pull you, you don't want to end up going with it on this one. You want to think of locking them into place, keeping them committed as you go into your technique. Okay, so what we'll do is have the open fan, touch just at the base of the fingers to the wrist, bend both knees, and then we'll make a balanced position. So just an empty stance here with the toes touching, and we'll step out to our third line. As the toes come down, this comes up so that our wrist is at forehead level. And then from here, again, think of planting that fan, keeping that in the same spot as we shift forward. Okay. Now, because the fan is here, there's not much that you can see for this technique, so I'll do it facing this way. Again, from our balanced position, I'm going to touch at the wrist, step out, raise, and then shift forward. Now, one of the good things that we can also do here is rely back on our Tai Chi principles of keeping our elbows down. You want to avoid having your elbow up during this technique, especially when you're doing an empty hand form. You want to keep your elbow down. It has much better structure. So the same idea applies here, and it's very easy to think of getting the fan to be in a very specific position and then having and raising our elbow as a consequence of that. So as you come up, you want to keep this elbow down. Okay, so as this arm comes up, it stays down. As we move in, it stays down as well. Okay, so again, nice and simple. We'll start from our balanced position, touching at the wrist, step out, up, then shift forward as you move up towards the fan. Okay, again, we'll go towards this side. Nice and simple. Touch, step out, raise, shift forward. Okay, nice and easy here. Now, when we close the fan, we actually have 2 options. One option is exactly what we did just with the closed fan, where we're going to raise up and then press out. The big change here is that, similar to the empty hand form, we're going to come up with the palm facing one direction and then turn the palm around to face the other direction. Okay, so we can start that again with our palm facing inward, holding the fan, touch, step out, raise, then I turn, shift forward as I keep the elbow down. Okay, Again, if I'm facing this way, balance position, step out, raise up. Notice the palm hasn't changed, it's same position. Then turn and shift forward, fan through the back. Okay. Again, if I'm facing this direction, balance position, step out, raise, turn, shift forward, fan through the back. If I'm going towards this corner, again, touch, raise, shift, fan through the back. Now let's look at what I would consider the best application of fan through the back with a fan, and that's actually using the weapon for the striking part. So in our previous two techniques, our fan has been involved, but the main thing that's happened is our hand has either struck or pushed our opponent away. This time, let's use the weapon to do the striking or the pushing. Now, this is going to change up a couple of things. Namely, we're not going to touch the wrist as we bring the hand up because we don't need our fan to touch our own wrist, and then we would have to come back and reset to strike. So that's going to be one of the biggest differences here. Also within that is getting our hand to turn. You're just going to raise it up, palm in, and then we'll turn palm out and then finish up with the technique. A good way to think of this is if somebody's trying to move in and punch, or if they have a short stick or a fan and they're trying to thrust at us, we want to receive and then just move it a little bit offline so we have that room to come in and thrust underneath, okay? So we would catch here, shift in, and strike here. Now, this could also be from a little bit closer range. If somebody's trying to grab and wrestle with us, if we can get our arm underneath the elbow, raise that up and clear, and then we can follow through with a jabbing technique. Now, if it's up close, it'll probably be something more like this, but the idea is going to remain the same. Raise, clear, and then follow through with our same foot, same hand thrusting technique. Okay, so let's actually put this together. We're going to start with the fan in our right hand. Our right foot is going to be forward in the balance position, and we can start touching the wrist. Now, this is going to be the last time the wrist is touched. I'm not going to raise up both hands for this. I'm going to bring up my palm, palm in, step out, rotate, and then finish with the thrust. Again, making sure to keep this elbow downward as I shift and move in towards that hand. Again, we're going to step out and raise the hand at the same time. So step, hand comes up, shift, and strike. Again, we step out, hand comes up, turn, shift. Okay, if I'm facing towards this corner, from here, step out, hand comes up, rotate, and strike. Again, step out, up, shift, and hit. Come towards this corner, right here, step out, hand comes up, turn, and strike. Once more, step out, raise, turn, and strike. Nice, good thrust, keeping both elbows down, hand ends up, right next to the temple. Okay, last one. I step out, hand comes up, rotate, shift. Again, step out, hand comes up, rotate, shift. Make sure good structure here, good intention, pressing forward, have a good striking technique. Okay, so there you have it. Now, as you can see with the first two techniques, the fan is more or less just on our deflecting side. And even though it's not the main part of the technique, it still gives us a good opportunity to make sure that our Tai Chi principles are in check. We should have our shoulders relaxed, our elbows down. Even when the fan is up, we don't want to have that elbow up and raised, pinching up at the shoulder. Okay, now for the striking technique, we have that understanding of catching, receiving, and then following up with our thrust. Now, I should mention that it doesn't mean that you can only do it with the fan facing this direction. Most times in forms, the fan will be this way, but you can always use it with the fan on the other side as well. I like to use this side better for poking, If it comes down to it, this is more compact. It's not going to have any kind of a reason to split. It's not going to have a chance to do that, whereas this side may open up and split on impact. So you have an opportunity to be a little bit more effective if you turn the fan around. But when we look at a lot of forms, like I said, it's going to have the fan in this position because we'll probably move into another fan technique. And of course, when it all comes down to it, you're using the principles of the Tai Chi system. So we're basing a lot of this off of the hand form positions. So when it comes down to a weapon form, when it comes down to a weapon situation, you don't have to adhere strictly to those. It should be a part of you enough to where even if your elbow comes up a little bit, you still have good structure in your strike and you're going to still deliver with enough power. If you have any questions on this, drop them down in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.